Yo, what up? This is Fly Vibes and the Burning Castles. What up? Coming back with another one. You know my name, Little Laz, Big Yaz, Young Yaz, all of that. So I'm coming with a story that y'all might be interested in. But until then, y'all gonna listen to me talk about nothing. No, I'm just kidding. It started with the, ammonia. Actually, it was bronchitis. So I got bronchitis, right? I went to the emergency room and they took me in and said, we're going to take your blood, we're going to look at your lungs, this and that. And come to find out, I had bronchitis. So they sent me home with prescription antibiotics. Oh, you'll be fine, clear it up. As they that went by, and I was still sick. I think it was about a month later. I was still sick as a dog. Couldn't breathe. I didn't know that I wasn't breathing right. So I went back to the hospital. This time they said, "Oh, you have pneumonia. We're gonna admit you." They admitted me, and about 2 weeks go by. Yeah, you're free to go. We'll send you home with antibiotics. Same thing happened, and I was still sick. So I'm like, whoa, like, what's going on? Why am I not getting better? What's going on? And my mom would look at me and be like, oh, you don't look right. Like, you're falling asleep in the middle of the daytime. What's going on with you? And I still didn't even know what was going on with me. I didn't even know I was falling asleep. So I ended up getting really, really sick. Chills. The symptoms were chills, fever, cough. It was just bad, ugly. It felt like the flu, but worse. And so I went back to the emergency room. Still had pneumonia. They said, "Oh, we'll give you again some prescription antibiotics. You should be fine. You'll get over this." So I go home, and about 2 or 3 days later, I can't sleep. I'm like, can't like spit up anything. I'm not breathing right. My body feels like it's on fire, and it's just like aching, like beyond belief. And I went and tried to take a shower. I couldn't take a shower. I was like, I couldn't do anything. So my wife was like, we gotta take you to the emergency again. So this time she took me, and they're like, we're gonna admit you. When I first got there, they didn't really try to help me. They were like, they read my O2 levels, and they were like, oh, he's breathing fine. 97, he's sitting at 97, everything's good. And my mom was like, no, he's not. He is not good. Check his blood, pull his blood, his white blood cells. So they did that, and they come to find out that I was O2ing at a level of 67% of oxygen. And I didn't know what was going on. I was totally out of it. By then they had me on the CPAP, trying to get me to push out the oxygen correctly. And little do I know, I'm there, fighting for my life. I don't even know what's going on. And months go by. This is another story. I was sitting in the room that they placed me in, and that night they put a IV line to draw some blood. I guess because everybody there needs an IV line placed. Well, the IV line got placed, and they didn't know I was O2ing. I was over there seeing like little things in the corner, like little cartoons, animals, shadows, and I was like talking in weird languages. I don't even know what their language is. My wife was freaking out on me because I pulled out my IV line and I was playing with it. So like the doctor and the nurses were like looking at me like, what's going on with him? And they come to find out I'm O2ing. They needed to get me on the CPAP again because I was just freaking out. And this happened numerous times where I'm CO2ing, and it was horrifying feeling. I don't want to ever go through it again. And come to find out later down the road that I would need to have a emergency trachea placed in my throat. Why? Because one of the doctors went inside to pull out some mucus, and he pushed it more down into my lungs, which caused me to code blue, which means I stopped breathing, and I died for a minute. And they placed the trach, and I was good after that. They put me on a ventilator, and I was recovering, but ugly. It was an ugly time in my life, and I don't ever want to go back. But see, this all happened because of God. God is present. He is omnipresent everywhere, and He has a plan for your life. Now, if you just focus on Jesus, things will be for the great, which is Jesus. Things will start making more sense on why you're here. Now, I want to bring y'all along with me on making a track. I really want to show y'all how I really make this stuff. So, in the next video, I promise you'll get a video of me making a track.